please. The Prince of Aragon has won his oath and now comes to make his selection.
Here are the cascades, dear madam.
I am prepared to take the risk. I know the rules. What's here? The portrait of an idiot holding something. How different. This picture is from one of Portia.
Bassanio is now in Belmont to try his luck.
Here are the cascades for you, sir.
What do I find here? The picture of beautiful Portia?
The reason behind Bassanio's selection of the neat casket was his wisdom rather than a rich external appearance.
My lord and lady, it is now time for those of us who have stood by here and seeing our wishes come true to cry out. Good joy, my lord and lady.
Bassanio explains to Portia that he has no wealth of his own, but borrowed money from Antonio, whose ventures also failed miserably. Shylock is now determined to have Antonio's flesh and has sought the Duke's help. Shylock takes Antonio to prison. Portia believes in the importance of helping Bassanio to rescue Antonio, and she decides that she and Nerissa will go to Venice in disguise to help the beloveds. Let's move to the trial scene.
How can you hope for mercy if you don't show it yourself?
I have bought the pound of flesh that I demand from him. It is mine, and I will have it. If you deny me, your laws means nothing, and there is no power to legal agreements in Venice.
I have the power to dismiss this court unless Bellario, a learned doctor of law, comes here today. I have sent for him to decide upon this case. Where is this man?
He is waiting nearby to hear whether you will let him into the court.
All my heart.
The letter says that Valerio is too sick to come, but that he's sending a young doctor of Rome called Balthazar to oversee the trial. Portia now arrives, dressed as Balthazar.
Welcome, take your place here. Are you familiar with the different sides of the case?
Yes, my lord. It's your name, Shylock.
Shylock is my name.
You are at his mercy, aren't you?
Yes, as Shylock says.
Do you confess that you've broken the agreement?
I do.
Then Shylock must be merciful.
Why must I? Tell me why.
Mercy is not something that one is forced to practice. It falls easily like gentle rain from the sky. It's a doubly blessed thing. It blesses both the person showing mercy and the person receiving mercy. We pray to God for mercy, and that same prayer should teach us all to show mercy to others.
My deeds are my responsibility. I want the law to be upheld, the penalty, that which he must forfeit because of the loan.
Can he not pay the money back?
Yes, I have money for him in the court, even twice a sum.
With all my heart, I ask the court to issue his judgment.
Have some surgeon on call nearby, Shylock, to stop Antonio's wound so he doesn't bleed to death.
Is this spelled out in the contract? I can't find it in the contract. It is not in the contract.
You merchant, do you have anything to say?
Give me your hand, Bassanio. Farewell. Don't grieve because I have fallen into this misfortune on your behalf. Speak well of me to your honorable wife.
Antonio, I am married to a wife who is as dear to me as a life itself. But I don't think as idea of life. I would lose all of it. Yes, I would sacrifice everything to rescue you.
Your wife wouldn't be too happy to hear that if she were around to hear you make that offer. And you must cut this flesh off his breast.
Such a wise judge. The right sentence. Come on, get ready.
Hold on a second, there's something else. This agreement doesn't give you any drop of blood. The words are a pound of flesh. So take what is yours. Take your pound of flesh. But if, in cutting it off, you shed one drop of blood, your lands and goods will be confiscated by the state of Venice by the city's law.
What a
just a judge. Oh, you are a vile judge.
Well, then I hope the devil gets him for this. I won't stay here any longer to argue.
Wait, the law has another requirement of you. It is enacted in the laws of Venice that if a foreigner is proved to have directly or indirectly attempted to kill a citizen, this citizen against whom he plotted will take half of his goods. The other half will be confiscated by the state. On your knees then, and beg for the Duke's mercy.
Abandon your life even before you ask. Half of your wealth belongs to Antonio. The other half goes to the state, and this may be reduced to a simple fine if you show humility.
Yes, the money due to the state can be reduced, not the money due to Antonio.
If it pleases my lord, the Duke, and rest of the court, I am content to give half of his goods owed to me as long as he gives me the other half of his wealth, so that I can invest it and upon his death give it to the gentleman who loves his daughter.
He will do this, or else I will take back the pardon that I just pronounced here. Antonio, thank this gentleman, for I think you owe him a lot.
Dear sir, take some remembrance of us as a gift, if not payment.
As a token of your gratitude, I will take your ring. I won't take anything else.
Sir, this ring was given to me by my wife. When she put it in my hand, she made me swear to never sell it, give it away, or lose it.
That's what many men say as an excuse not to give gifts away.
Portia now welcomes Bassanio and Antonio, and then Grishanio reveals that Bassanio gave his ring away.